The Trump regime, these people have emboldened the racism, like it is manifested into what we are currently seeing. The way they are swooping in and disappearing people, the way they are just grabbing people without due process, the way they are trying to massage what habeas corpus is and everything. They have literally turned our world upside down, and it is going towards the suspension of the Constitution, and people are acting like folks are being hyperbolic when it comes to it. But we should see what's going on. So this article from The Guardian is titled "U.S. Police Officer Resigns After Wrongfully Arresting Undocumented Teen." A Georgia police officer has resigned from his job on Friday after erroneously pulling over a teenager, causing her to spend more than 2 weeks in a federal immigration jail and leaving her facing deportation. The officer, Leslie O'Neill, was employed at a small police department in Dalton, a small city more than an hour north of Atlanta. His arrest of college student Ximena Arias-Cristobal not only led to a domino effect that could lead to her deportation, it also engendered anger and criticism, especially given the circumstances of her immigration-related detention. Though Dalton's municipal government did not provide any information about why O'Neill resigned, his wife posted his resignation letter on Facebook, which said he believed the local police department did not adequately defend him. Okay, here's the wife. She says, Officer L. Allen O'Neill officially resigned from the Dalton Police Department today in consideration of other opportunities made available to him in law enforcement, legal investigation, and security team management. If your department, agency, or company could likewise benefit from an officer whose commitment to public service is unwavering in the face of any circumstance, feel free to reach out as he takes the time to thoughtfully weigh his options. So here's his letter of resignation. Chief Kaysen, please accept this letter as a formal notification of my resignation from my position with the Dalton City Police Department effective today, May 23rd. This decision stems from the department's inadequate response to and defense against public accusations of false arrests, which arose after a charge from a valid arrest was publicly dropped without explanation. The department's silence in the face of widespread defamation has not only made my position personally untenable, but has also created an environment where I can no longer effectively carry out my duties within the city of Dalton without fear of further backlash from the community. Sincerely, PFC Leslie Allen O'Neill. Now here the wife is making a slideshow to back her husband. She says, Officer L. Allen O'Neill is a man whose life embodies the spirit of service and unwavering dedication to his country and community. Back the blue. Now, his wife is quite the cheerleader. She says, as a proud Marine Corps veteran, his commitment to making a tangible difference has always been at the core of his being. He is quite literally a lifesaver who goes above and beyond to offer assistance where it's most needed. His passion for helping extends deeply into his work, where he exhausts every available resource for those experiencing struggle and to connect with individuals with vital mental health support. Allen has impacted lives across every age group, gender, and race. This part is important, y'all. He is also a rescuer and advocate of animals. I'm not going to read all of her slideshow, but look, she is typing a whole lot of stuff. He is a good friend. He moved to be with his mama. He's very genuine. He is there for immediate support and all of that. He has goals. He has desire to help and all of that. Oh my gosh, he gives gifts, and I cherish those gifts. She has more words. While no human is without flaws, Allen is unequivocally a good man. No human error that has occurred during his more than 10 years of service as an officer of the law has ever been of ethical question. More words. He is amazing, y'all. Furthermore, any suggestion that he contacted immigration enforcement is false. Procedures at the county jail are the responsibility of the booking officer. The insinuation that a male officer cannot legally search a female is equally ignorant. He conducted an open-hand search. fully visible on camera, according to the National Lawyers Guild, a male officer can conduct a search of a female. So she's still just going to bat for her man, her man, her man, her man. Okay, back to the article. On May 5th, O'Neill pulled Arias-Cristobal over in Dalton. The officer accused her of improperly making a false turn, but those charges were later dropped after the police force admitted to mistaking her car for another. The damage, though, was done by the time Arias-Cristobal's charges were dismissed. The 19-year-old, who was undocumented, was driving with a Mexican license, was brought to the United States from Mexico in 2007 when she was just 4. The timing of her having been taken to the U.S. barely missed the deadline for her to qualify for DACA, a program initiated during Barack Obama's presidency that provided children in her situation some protections from deportation. After O'Neill arrested her, local authorities contacted ICE, the federal agency that detains and deports immigrants. ICE agents then transferred her to an immigration jail in the state. "I cannot go to jail," Arias-Cristobal said during the arrest, according to dash cam footage. "I have my finals next week. My family depends on this." Arias-Cristobal's plight captured national attention, with many supporting her and calling for her release. Others, including far-right Georgia Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene, agitated for Arias-Cristobal to be deported. Like, get rid of her. She is a Brown. In Mexico today, there's over 1.6 million United States of America citizens living and thriving in Mexico. I'm sure she and her family will be able to do the same, Green said during an interview with Tennessee's Local 3 News. But it's important for our nation, for our sovereignty, for us to uphold the law, and this is what we have to do. The White House attempts to engage in mass deportations during Trump's second presidency has led to an increase in arrests throughout the country. Immigration enforcement operations have been aided by local jurisdictions that partner with ICE under what is known as 287G contracts. These contracts deputize local officials to carry out immigration enforcement arrests, collaborating closely with ICE. The Whitfield County Sheriff's Office, which runs the local jail for people arrested in Dalton, has a 287G contract with ICE. Additionally, a law signed last year by Georgia's Governor Brian Kemp requires local law enforcement in the entire state to apply to enter into 287G contracts with ICE. The immigration advocacy organizations have called that law disastrous. The Georgia Latino Alliance for Human Rights, for instance, said it would lead to racial profiling, terrorize immigrant communities, and waste local resources. Arias-Cristobal's father, Jose Arias Tovar, had also been detained by ICE weeks earlier for another traffic stop for speeding. He bonded out of ICE detention on May 16th. 5 days later, Arias-Cristobal paid a $1,500 bond, leading to her release. She was home with her family by Thursday evening. "We're going to keep working on her case to try to keep her here permanently," Arias-Cristobal's attorney Dustin Baxter told local TV station WSB-TV. Arias-Cristobal arrest has prompted some to rally for her release, whether in person or online. Her advocates have criticized ICE and the local police department for how they've handled her case. A GoFundMe campaign launched for her legal defense has raised more than $90,000. The jail where Arias-Cristobal was detained before she bonded out is known as the Stewart Detention Center. It's run privately in Lumpkin, Georgia, by Core Civic under a contract with ICE, and for years have been accused of violating rights and maintaining horrific conditions. And the thing about this is these private jails get lots of money for holding these people for however long they're going to hold them. So this is a money-making scheme. So I'm sure that they are giving money to these police departments for pulling folks over and sending them over there to be in jail. This is a mess. And people think that citizens aren't going to get wrapped up in this. Green card holders are going to get wrapped up in this. Visa holders are going to get wrapped up in this because racism is on the menu. That's what we got when we got the Trump regime. All right, y'all, join the conversation. Let me know what you think about all of this. Don't forget to like, comment, and share.